All right, hello everybody. Thank you for joining us today. This is going to be our last webinar in the Giving Tuesday Procrastinator series. So we're excited to be closing this loop up with you. Today's topic is going to be after Giving Tuesday, your year-end fundraising plan. And before I go into the agenda and present our presenters for the day, a few housekeeping items to review with you. So during today's webinar, you do have the ability to minimize or maximize your control panel using the arrow button in the upper left corner. If you have any questions during the webinar, please submit using the questions pane on the control panel. If for any reason we don't get to your question during the webinar, don't worry, we will follow up with you. And then everything that you see in this presentation today and the actual recorded webinar will be sent out to you via email within 24 to 48 hours. All right, so real quick, the Nonprofit Circle Facebook group. If you have not already joined the group, I wanted to invite you all to join in on the conversation. On the screen there, you'll notice that there's a QR code. And if you open up the camera on your phone and you hover over the code and you just tap on the screen, a link will pop up to follow. And don't worry if you don't get to it right now while we have the screen up. Again, we're going to be sharing the slides and you can do it later on. And we'll also be providing the actual link to the group. So again, no worries if you don't get to it right now. Just real quick about this group. This is created by us with the intention to open up the conversation about event fundraising. And it's really just meant to be a place where you can connect with your peers, with other experts, so that you guys can share some tips and tricks. We want it to be a resourceful platform where everybody can just come together and communicate. So I really, really encourage you to join in. Okay, and so for today's webinars, our speakers, Nhu, she is our content manager here at GiveSignup, RunSignup. And then we do have Chris with us as well, and he is from the sales team, and he is going to be sharing all the great information with you as well. Okay, and so for today's agenda, we're going to dive into a quick welcome to the company, give you a little bit of background on GiveSignup, RunSignup. Then we'll move on to what is Thank You Wednesday, following with how to connect your Giving Tuesday campaign to your year end. Then we'll move over to engaging your donors beyond the ask. And then we'll be sharing how to incentivize your supporters. And then we'll be wrapping up with a Q&A. And if we haven't gotten to any of it during the webinar, this will be your chance to follow up with any questions. All right, so without further ado, I pass this on to Nhu.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Daniela. And hello, everyone. I'm so happy to be here, and I know Chris is too. Before we get into, the juicy tidbits of what we're going to be talking today after Giving Tuesday, I wanted to go over who we are. So we were founded in 2010, and we really served the endurance market with purpose-built fundraising purpose-built technology. In the past few years, we found that there was a great need in the nonprofit market for some great technology for fundraising and fundraising events. Thus, we created GiveSignup. And to date, we've helped over 10,000 nonprofits raise more than $1.3 billion, that's right, $billion, which is huge for us. And we hope that we can continue that momentum in the future. And so our 10-year plan is really, how can we help you more? So, whenever you get the chance, give us feedback, tell us what you need from us, tell us how to improve our product so we can better serve you. Because at the end of the day, we want to help you grow your supporter base so that you can activate and connect with as many supporters as you can with our purpose-built technology. All right, so over the past few months, probably, you really, through our blog, through our webinars, you really heard us talk a lot about Giving Tuesday, which is now only 8 days away. And the importance of Giving Tuesday is that it promotes generosity through multiple fundraising initiatives throughout the world. So last year, during the pandemic, such an important year, nonprofits in tandem raised over $2.47 billion, which is huge for a year that was very hard on a lot of people financially. So the generosity is there. And so, you know, we've talked about all that good stuff in the past few webinars of this series. So today we're going to talk about what happens after and how you can really continue to activate your supporters throughout the next month and even into 2022. So first, what is Thank You Wednesday? So right after Giving Tuesday, there is a day, like a thank you day called Thank You Wednesday. It happens the day after Giving Tuesday. And it's really a chance for you to thank all of the people who donated, who fundraised, who spread the word about your fundraising campaign, your Giving Tuesday campaign. And, you know, this is important because it's a chance for you to acknowledge your supporters for their generous support, giving them more memorable donor experiences between them and your nonprofit. And that, you know, leads to lasting donor relationships. And of course, most importantly, through all of these touch points, improving your donor retention, which is important for you to carry on for the years to come so that, you know, you create loyalty amongst your supporters and that your nonprofit remains top of mind. So how can you create an effective thank you message on Thank You Wednesday? It doesn't have to be complex, so really make it simple, straightforward, and authentic. And in the next section, Chris is really going to touch on some touch points that you can use to really acknowledge your supporters. So really tell them what their donation went toward and, you know, what they have helped accomplish. What kind of impact are you creating with those dollars that you raised on Giving Tuesday? They want to know that, because if they know they're going to do good and that they're doing good for a good cause, they're going to continue to support your organization. And finally, you know, encourage them to be more than just a Giving Tuesday donor. You know, ask them to spread the word about your campaign, share it with their friends and family, share it on social media to their networks. And even if they want to take it a step further, they can fundraise on your behalf, also known as peer-to-peer fundraising, and obviously volunteer for your fundraising events. So with that said, I'm going to pass it on to Chris. Take on this section.
Thanks so much, Nhu, and thank you so much for coming to us direct from the rainforest. I see behind you. It looks really lovely there. Hope it's not too humid. I'm going to talk to you about how to connect Giving Tuesday to your year-end fundraising. So Giving Tuesday is the opening act of year-end fundraising. I do love a theatrical reference. So it is getting people excited for the big push to the end of the year to fundraise for you. So did you know that the month of December is an even bigger time for fundraising? 31% of all annual giving takes place in the last month of the year. And you can encourage your supporters during that time to be a true advocate by donating, by fundraising, by volunteering, and GiveSignup, RunSignup has the tools to help you effectively make your year-end fundraising successful. So we've got email marketing, and with us it's free, so it's super cost effective. These free emails save your budget for traditional marketing. You can spend that money you would have spent on email on buying ads on Facebook or wherever your constituents happen to be. These emails can be targeted. You can send the right ask to the right person and at the right time, because these are also time sensitive. So get your message in front of people on a specific date at a specific time. It also makes it very easy to donate, because your donate call to action can be followed with the simple click of a button. And you have the ability to upload custom lists, so you can segment your audience in any particular category, further personalizing your communications. And I'm really excited about this new tool. It also allows you to store some historical data. So you're able to say, hey, this person also donated $250 last year, and you can put them into the category of, sort of where they are in their own personal donor cycle that way. I think we're ready for the next one. Great. We've also got our free website builder. Design and build your own high quality donation website in minutes. No coding skills needed. I do make these websites all the time, and I haven't coded since my MySpace page in the year 2004, I guess will be more accurate. So this is much easier than that experience was. Although we don't have blinking text like they did back then. But you can also create unlimited web pages and menus to donation websites in any order of appearance in the menu header. You can also include images, videos, playlists, call to action buttons, and formatted text on your donation website. We've also got free donation forms, and this is such a big part of GivingTuesday. So many folks have already taken advantage of using our donation forms and also entered our 50K grant giveaway, which is still going on. You could still whip together a quick donation form, and if you raise one of the first 500 organizations to raise $100 on GivingTuesday, we will match that $100. So that's a good thing to look into, because these free donation forms have custom branding, flexible giving options, customizable donation levels, which is a great way to show the impact. When you do these customizable donation levels, you can say your $10 buys a meal for somebody, your $25 buys a coat. However, your nonprofit is able to help the community, you can reflect that in a monetary way. And you can have an unlimited number of these forms. You can have one for GivingTuesday, an end of year appeal. It's really great.
All right, thank you, Chris. And those are some great examples. Like you said, so critical right now. Even though there's only 8 days left, it's not too late if you haven't already to create a donation form. It really takes minutes to create one on our platform, and it's such a great way to just generate revenue just as a low lift way on GivingTuesday. All right, so what's important is to diversify your communications. During GivingTuesday and after into year-end giving, it's really important to, while it's important to raise money and ask your supporters for support and donations and contributions through the year-end, it's also important to communicate them in more authentic ways and non-transactional ways. And so, really take the opportunity to tell your supporters what's coming up. Make sure that new donors as well as recurring donors know that GivingTuesday is just one day out of the year-end, out of your year-end campaign. It's really just a kickstart. It's just gonna kickstart giving, and hopefully you can build that momentum through December 31st. Don't be pushy. If they can donate, that's great, but if they can't, definitely let them know that there are other ways that they can help support your organization. Share a link on to your donation page from your social media sites. When you send out emails, share a link to your donation form then. And remind them to refer to your organization to a friend or family member who might be able to help. If your nonprofit really resonates with a lot of people, whether it's like supporting cancer research or helping the homeless, if you know people who are really affected by that personally, they will be sure to share it to their friends and family because they are going to relate to that as well. All right, so here are some non-ask emails that you can send. Like I said, it's really, really important to diversify communications with your supporters. So you're really starting a conversation with them and that it's open-ended. So I have 3 examples here of different types of emails you can send to your supporters this year-end. The first is a client story. I think that your supporters want to hear about the people or the animals you serve. Select a handful of clients who have really benefited from your service over the year and share their story through an email. It really connects your donors to the mission with a compelling story about who you are serving. The second is a donor appreciation email. If they've contributed to your cause, if they've donated, if they fundraised, just be sure to tell them that you're so grateful for their support and that you couldn't have, created an impact this year without their help. And finally, give them a fundraising update. If you created a goal for year-end, it's a good idea to have a fundraising donation thermometer to see where you are in each update email. It just really lets donors know how much you've raised so far and what those funds are going toward. And it even might entice them to contribute more to help you hit that goal before the year ends.
Now I'm going to talk to you a little bit about ways you can incentivize your supporters. So you can power up your fundraisers. You upgrade your year-end campaign by going beyond just asking people to donate to your cause. ask them to take immediate action by fundraising. So you can activate peer-to-peer fundraisers with impact reports. You know, Nhu was talking earlier about letting people know what the impact was and having like actual data that says, you know, we helped this percentage of the population with this problem, or just giving them the real numbers really helps affect people. You can also directly recognize your top fundraisers, and our customizable websites are a great way to do that. You have a donation website, you're able to customize and update as things come, and so you can really let people know who has raised the most for you. You can excite fundraisers with unique milestones and badges, which is one of my favorite tools we have. And they're really unique, and you can customize them. We make it so you can have a badge. They get a badge just for even creating a fundraiser, and there's even a little confetti animation that happens, which I always find to be very exciting. And you can also offer enticing rewards. You know, so depending upon what you have on offer, if they could have a dinner out. They could win a dinner at a place in your town. They could win T-shirts of that feature your organization. Anything you have that you think would be a great thing to give away is a great way to reward people for fundraising. And you can promote more fundraising because at GiveSignup, RunSignup, our nonprofits have gamified their event fundraising and peer-to-peer fundraising efforts by adding these features like our milestones and badges. So when your supporters sign up to be fundraisers, they should also set their fundraising goals. You can set a default goal for them, but if they want to fundraise more, they can change it. And a great way to encourage them to hit those goals is by adding milestones and then giving them a badge with when each milestone is completed, as I mentioned, with the confetti. Woo! You can also give incentives. So while people sign up for your event and fundraise on your behalf because they truly believe in the mission of your organization, by rewarding fundraising, you're incentivizing people to raise even more for your mission. And the third way is with refunds, which is it's so cut and dry and makes a lot of sense because it's another way to level up your awards program, incentivize and reward your fundraisers for surpassing their fundraising goals by just automatically giving them a refund on their registration fee when they hit a set goal. And this is a great reminder that if you're like me and you're sort of task oriented, you love a list, you can sort of go down, you can go and download from this little link right here, the checklist, our go-to checklist to help your nonprofit raise more this year end. So you really make sure that you're hitting all the marks in every quadrant you need to hit them. This checklist is a great way to do that. And are there any questions for myself, Nhu, and Chris Newcomer? We are here for your questions. Yeah, I don't see any in the
I don't see any questions either, but if you guys think of anything in the meantime, you can always email us at info@givesignup.org, I believe. Am I get that right?
Yes.
Just want to make sure I'm telling you guys the right thing.
Yes.
If not, thank you so much for everybody for joining, and look out for this presentation and for the slides that will be sent out to you soon.
Thank you, everyone. Good luck.
Thanks, everyone. Thanks, Nhu. Thanks, Danielle.
Happy fundraising.
Happy fundraising. Woo! Almost here.